Hey everybody, welcome back. Trying to make a little progress on the kitchen today. We're trying to get the first coat of tape on everything. Got Maria working on the low nails, and I'm working on the joints and everything up top. So, being an old farmhouse, let me take you over here above this door. Okay, that's a 28-inch opening, and we went from about 3/4 to 2.5, so that's kind of crooked. And if we come over this way, we got about 3 inches there, and probably about 3/4 again. So the whole house has been sinking in the center. And I'm not going to try and take that out. We have some adjustable columns in the basement. Everything is stabilized, and it's not terrible. And, you know, I don't mind crooked door frames or something like that from an 1800s house. See if I can show you the ceiling. We're starting to get the pine up as well. And from this end of the house, the flat section there, is 7 inches wider on this end. Let's go down to this end than it is on that end. So my ceiling is level, and I don't want to take that out of level to get that all even and stuff. So we're just going to go with what was originally there, and we'll put our tapered pieces along the skylights there because they'll be trimmed. Should break up the craziness, but the building, the kitchen here, which was an add-on, this was originally the end of the house here. This kitchen got it added on, I'm not exactly sure when, and one end of the building is quite a bit narrower than the other end, but we're just going to roll with it. Like I say, it's an 1848 house. It's a combination of balloon framing and braced framing, which was kind of a little bit earlier than that. So some areas we have the heavy corner posts with the bracing, and some areas we have full balloon framing. So needless to say, it's a little crooked, but we are getting the first coat of tape on the sheetrock and making stuff happen. So little by little, we're gaining on it, and once we get the ceiling up, so it's coming to the ceiling and then down to the sheetrock there. So there's a lot of pine to put up. I bought some pre-finished stuff because I don't want to have to worry about finishing that stuff, and we'll get that taken care of. And we'll just keep on taping for today. And I'll be back with you in a little bit. Okay guys, here's the advantage of having your cabinets on wheels. Super easy to get out of the way. And now we can attack that final wall and get the first coat on that wall. So those Harbor Freight Yukon cabinets have been fantastic. You saw I had 3 of them, and I would highly recommend it if you're trying to live through your remodel. Back in the day when I was building houses and stuff, I always preferred the new ones. I didn't much like the remodeling because people never wanted to move out of their house. And it is tough to live through a remodel, and this kitchen was a disaster, but we're living through it, and it's taken a lot longer than it should, but we're living through it, and every night we put everything back and make sure we have the sink working and the stove and everything like that. So just a process you got to go through. Okay guys, got the first coat on most of the kitchen. Got to start moving things around again. A lot of guys ask me how long I've been restoring Jeeps and vehicles and stuff, and I've been doing that most of my life. But the one thing I've been doing longer than that is building and remodeling and stuff like that. I was on a job site with my dad probably, summertime, starting when I was about 11 or 12 years old. And we built a lot of custom homes. And one thing that I always did was help out everybody. If the plumber needed a hand, if the electrician needed a hand, the taper needed to bring 20 buckets of mud up to the second or third floor, I was never afraid to give a hand. And in turn, they would show me all their secrets and tell me how to do things, which I still appreciate to this day. So in this particular kitchen, we changed the plumbing around. I wired the whole thing, 3 ways, 4 ways, GFIs, you name it. I did everything myself. Again, because of how I grew up, I was eager to learn and eager to, I didn't mind helping people. On the job sites, we were building houses and stuff. Somebody would ask for something, like a plumber had a big cast iron tub and you needed a hand bringing it up. And he'd say, hey, can I get some help? And most guys would look at him and say, hey, that's not my job. Well, I always jumped in on those situations. Now, imagine if you're doing this project or this type of project for yourself and you had to pay a sheetrocker and a taper to come in here and do this work. Imagine what that would cost just strictly on trying to work around things. So I've always tried to stress to people, younger kids especially, get involved. Don't just do one thing with your life, learn a bunch of things, because it's going to come in handy later in life. And what I hear from kids now is, I need some me time. They gotta sit on the couch and just take some me time. They don't want to get out there. They're not hungry to learn anything. And the sad thing is, what's happened, seems like with a lot of the country, is nobody wants to do anything themselves. Everybody's asking or hiring people, and I don't know where everybody's getting all the money, but there seems to be a lot of money floating around out there, and people don't want to get their hands dirty. Well, I disagree with that. I think it's good to be able to do stuff yourself. I can't imagine hiring somebody to do work for me. It just doesn't sit right with me. But that seems to be the way of the world. And I think some of you guys, probably some of you older guys like me, you know what I'm saying. It's just crazy out there. But what can you do, right? You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. So, I know I'm rambling on a little bit, but I figured people might ask, how'd you learn to tape, or how'd you learn to do electrical work? And it's all just a process, I don't want to be a taper, and I'm not as fast as a taper, and I'm probably not as fast as an electrician or a plumber, but I do have the basic skills and can do all that work. So it's just something I like to do. I like to be self-sufficient, and I think we're losing that here in the United States now. So we'll get these cabinets back in place, and I gotta take a run out and check the new batch of chickens. We'll take a walk out to the chicken barn and show you what I got going out there next. Okay guys, just had to take a quick walk out into the chicken barn. Got the new guys in here. 70, it's supposed to be 70 in there. We got a few dead ones when we got them. But Everybody looks like they're doing all right. They're just starting to get their first little bit of white on their wings, so they're starting to feather out. A couple guys hiding around there. Girls are doing their things, laying eggs. So we're looking good. I just like to check up on these guys. Sometimes they get wet in the water or they fall in there. Or, they seem to be doing good. They're a few days old. First couple days are critical, but they all survived. Got the heat lamp on them, and in 8 weeks these will be ready for processing. That is the Cornish rock. That's a quick growing chicken, and large breasted, and in 8 weeks they go from just weighing nothing to right around 6 or 7 pounds. Males get bigger quicker, so I usually do the males 1 week and the females the next week. But we do let some of them grow, and last year we got some 16 pounders for Thanksgiving. Myself and a few other guys like chicken instead of turkey, so we let some of these guys grow, and dressed out we got a couple 16 pounders, so we'll do the same this year. Okay guys, while we're on walkabout out here checking things out, I've got Scott's tank steel coming in on Monday, and I need the bandsaw to cut it up, but I am having a problem with the bandsaw. My motor starter there is humming real bad. I think you can hear it. So I have a new one. This is the original from 1954. This saw is a 54. And I came out here one morning, and opposite this, the welder's on the other side, and that was hot to touch. I couldn't even grab it. So something's going bad in there. I got to get this starter out and get the new one in. I had my buddy Mike figure out which one I needed, and sometimes machine switch wiring can throw me, so I'm hoping Mike can help me through this. I'm going to get this one out, see what I got for wires there, and try and get the new one wired in correctly. So kind of under the gun, want to have it for when the steel comes in. I got the frame that you saw me bring in here on the table, but that's going to have to come off to build the tank. I didn't get much done on that. That's going to have to go on the floor again, and I will get the tank built, and I'll show you the process if you guys wanted to see the tank being built. So I will show you that, and like I say, the steel's coming in on Monday for that. Okay guys, got to make a quick sweep around the trees. There's a pear. There's a pear there. Another pear tree there. Rest of these guys, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows of apples in, and our peach trees right there are doing okay. Got a couple apple trees producing real good. That guy right there is loaded with green apples. That is a very old and good tree, but just got to check these new guys every now and again. It's like something bad's happening with this one. That guy doesn't look too healthy. That is a Fuji, and that one might need some attention. The rest of these guys are looking good. And we got another sickly looking one over here. You know, it happens overnight. They're good, and then next thing you know, you come look at them and they lost their leaves and they're going to hell. That one's kind of sick. What is this one? That's a Granny Smith that didn't make it. Oh, here's another one. You know, we've been getting a ton of rain. I don't know if you guys have been following what's happening in the Northeast for rain, but we are a stone's throw from the Connecticut River, and it is way over its banks. Yeah, this guy looks sad too. Well, we'll see how it goes. We'll nurse it with some fertilizer and stuff over the next few days, see if they come back. A lot to keep up with around here. Between the projects, the animals, the trees. Every time it rains, you got to respray these guys. So it's been a real battle this year because it's crazy, very wet July we're having. Okay guys, there's a banana tree right there that I'm trying to grow. I really like bananas, so I'm going to try and grow my own tree. I'm going to have to bring it in the winter, but just from a couple inches tall, it has really taken off real good. And if it doesn't get drowned in the rains, we got more rains, heavy rains coming for Sunday, and we're just hoping for the best on this guy. I hope that grows into a nice big tree. We'll see how it goes. I don't hear too many people growing banana trees in Connecticut, but we're going to give it a shot. Okay guys, here's our load of pine that I still got to get on the ceiling. I'm going to have to move some rolling staging in there. It's too much of a pain in the ass to move the ladder between the beams too much. So this is pre-finished, and it is tongue and grooved on the ends. It goes together kind of like hardwood flooring. So we've got some crazy rafter spacing and everything, so this works out pretty good. I don't have to be on a rafter to make my joint. So we got a stack of it there. It's pre-finished. It's got a hell of a finish on it. This came from a company out in Michigan. I'm super happy with it, and you'll see that go up in future videos. Now on the cabinets, I was going to build them, and I've built plenty of cabinets in my day, but we decided on these guys right here, and I priced out plywood because I like an all plywood box. This has got a nice, so if you can see it in here, it's got a nice 8-layer plywood. They are the shaker blue color. I hope it shows up good on the camera. So I priced out the plywood, I priced out the solid wood for the drawers and the face frames and the doors. I was just going to make a simple shaker style like that as well. And it was more expensive than actual cabinets. Now these cabinets come from, this is what they call ready to assemble, RTAs. And Maria's just going to show you the drawer there. It's a full extension slide. And go ahead. And we've got the soft close on that, and those are expensive, you know, for me to buy them. I'm not a big cabinet company, so for me to buy all the slides I need, it was very expensive. And then the hinges are also soft close. So they come in all these boxes like this. We've got boxes everywhere. This is all the cabinets. They come, actually, they're made in Vietnam actually, and obviously they're cutting them on CNC equipment because they go together beautifully. The finish is phenomenal. And these come from, I think it's called the RTA store, something like that. But I was able to put the entire kitchen together with their selection of cabinets without a single filler. I didn't need to make up any space anywhere. They've got so many different ones. We've got a sink base for a farmer's sink, 42-inch uppers, crown molding, roll-out shelves. You know, it's fantastic. I do have to put them together. The value is in them flat packing them and shipping them, and that's what they're going to look like. I have that one little 12-inch base cabinet done, and it's exactly what we wanted. And if anybody's interested in seeing them go together, I can show you that as well. There's really not much to it. They're super easy to go together, and everything just kind of fits perfect. So I need to get the floor done first. Well, ceiling goes first, then the tile floor, and then the cabinets, and then the granite countertops and the sink and all that stuff. So it is a project, and this is what kind of stuff I'm doing when you guys think I'm taking a day off from the barn and building Jeeps. This is the kind of stuff that goes on around here. So never a dull moment, and I'll show you more as it happens. Okay guys, I got 99% of the first coat done. You can see the different colors there. It's drying, and it's just a pain in the ass moving stuff around from one wall to the other, but I think I got most of it done. Just a couple nails I gotta get, but we could go on the second and the third coat, and then drywall primer, and next time you see it, it'll probably be all white, and then we can get going on the ceiling and the floor. So I'll bring you along for those things, and that's all I have for you today. Hope you enjoyed taking a peek at some of my other projects, and thanks for watching. Catch you on the next one.